Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakeel. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup runneth over. And surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. It's Tuesday. Welcome to Johnny's Bite. 2 days ago, I met a senior citizen of the country. He's very well advanced in age, about 85 years old. And we're having a conversation about a certain collaboration because he had some pieces of land and I had expressed interest in farming and all of that. And then he said to me that, oh, you know, I'm too old to steal from you or steal your money. And I said, well, that statement sounds very, very familiar. It sounds familiar because Ghanaians heard that before, but the rest they say is history, that I am too old to steal your money. And sometimes when you turn around and start listening to all the things that are happening, for example, the fact that no family and friends government will be run, the fact that we're told that, well, I have big plans for you. Let's see that newspaper cutting. The president of the republic told us that he had big plans for us. What we didn't ask is that who are these big plans meant for? The president said, I have big plans for Ghana. We failed to ask these big plans. Who are the citizens in Ghana are these big plans meant for? Because he was speaking to the diasporans and he asked them to come home to come and help. Today you speak to a lot of the diasporans and they will tell you that beyond the fanfare, beyond the return, year of return, you know, all of those things, beyond the party, really the cost of doing business. At the point, we even had a deputy minister of trade and industry tell them that they were whining. I have big plans for you, for Ghana. We were told that we will not run a family and friends government. We believed it. Today, when you hear about family and friends, and you hear how, for example, SNIT is responding to the former Chief Justice, when SNIT should actually be asking the board chairman and the board and the entire management of SNIT to be off the place. They are there speaking grammar and explaining.
Johnny's Bite.
And then you have young people explaining grammar with grammar, as if when the English was spoken in the first place, we didn't understand. Today, what is the exchange rate? Pull that Dennis Abuaji clip for me. He's a spokesperson for the Dr. Baumia campaign. He posted this on the 30th of August 2022. He said that you rush to buy dollars at 10.1 CD, 10 Ghana cedis, 1 peso, hoping it rises to 12 cedis so you make money. Now it's dropping. So how you go do them? Is mocking the people of Ghana. The man he speaks for doesn't speak about the economy anymore. He has become Alhaji phones. He's talking to us about mobile phones, 1 CD, 2 CD phones. This one, what is the dollar and CD and dollar to pound and dollar to euro relationship today? What does it look like? At the time when Dennis Abuaji made this comment, did he know that Madam Cecilia Adapa was keeping monies $1 million under her bed? At the time when he made this comment, did he know that the presidential staffer at the presidency still had over $100,000 that will be later stolen from her? And many other dollar conversations that we have had. So they tell you to go and put your dollar in there, and then they buy the dollar and keep it at home. So tag him. Just show to my good brother Dennis Abuaji. Ask him. He did this to taunt Ghanaians in 2022. In 2024, and next week will be August. So it's been 2 full years. Ask him, how does he feel? How does he feel? How exactly does he feel? Ask him that question. And then You find me that Nana Akufo-Addo video. We'll go to Ghana Meteo shortly. But find me Nana Akufo-Addo video. He made certain comparisons then and said that the situation was so bad at the time that the government of the day had to say sorry. Today, the situation we have is much, 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 much worse than what he complained about and convinced all of us to support him to kick the government out to bring him in. Has Nana had the humility ever, forever, even once, to say that he's sorry? If he doesn't say that he was misled, he will say that, well, he never promised you that. Or he will say that people are making funny noises. Or he will say that people don't understand governance. Or that people are simply jealous of him. Our president has never said sorry. But in opposition on the sidelines, he was busy mounting campaign platforms with his family. That's his daughter behind him. I'll show the video. Play the video.
$1, 1 CD. In the time of Mills and Mahama, 2 CDs, $1. If I was them, I would say to the people of Ghana, I'm sorry. We are sorry for the poor work we have done. We're going to go and think about ourselves. But that is not the people we're dealing with. The fruits of office, the money under the table has become sweet for them, so they're determined to stay. Are we going to allow that to happen? Are we going to allow that to happen? In Kufuor's time, one of the people who advised and helped him develop a strong CD was my running mate, Muhammadu Bawumia. Then he was deputy governor of the Bank of Ghana. It's one of the reasons I brought him to come and join me, that we will work on the CD and create again a strong CD that will be able to allow us to develop our economy and allow our traders and our work to be able to develop. We have told the world that under our leadership, we're going to turn our back on the old economy, the raw material exporting economy, and build a new industrial value-adding economy in our country that will bring jobs for our people and especially for the young people of our country. That is the goal of the new NPP government and the administration of the National Government.
This was Nana's own marking scheme that he set. His daughter was clapping behind him, wife to his right-hand side. His family was there with him on that platform. And we were so convinced as Ghanaians that indeed the big plans was indeed for us. We realize now that the big plans was just for a few people. Yesterday I saw a letter that we're recruiting people. And I said, you are recruiting people. It's good. But why did you have to wait for all this while? Are you trying to pile pressure on whoever takes over from you? Because already Dr. Bawumia is under a lot of pressure from you. Pressure that you mounted on him.
Johnny's fight.
The things that you said. This is the time, Mr. President, for you to say sorry to the people of Ghana. The apology that you demanded from the people of Ghana and from the government of Ghana at the time. You should be saying that sorry to the people of Ghana. This is a recruitment for nurses and midwives. I say it is a good thing. But you know what the people are saying? This is like the student who goes to take the exam, and then when the time is almost up, he says, give me extra sheets. In the meantime, he has not written anything that is worth, the examiner's time. It's akin to asking for a debate. And I'll simplify it with a jollof analysis. We give you ingredients to cook jollof. Rice, chicken, oil, tomatoes, onions, pepper, everything that you need to cook jollof. You go and cook the jollof, and it is not nice. It's burnt. You blame everything. Say the kitchen was too hot, the gas was too high, the rice was too soggy, that this was that. You blame everything that the jollof is not nice. Then somebody else comes to cook jollof, and the person says, "Oh, you don't like my jollof. I am sorry that you don't like my jollof, but I've taken your comments and I've learned to cook the jollof better. So in future, when you give me another opportunity, I'll cook you jollof, good jollof that you enjoy." The person who hasn't taken responsibility for the bad jollof that he prepared and is now pointing accusing fingers at the person who also couldn't cook jollof, but his jollof was way much better. If you listen to Nanado, the exchange rate, the cost of living, all of that, now is asking the person who has apologized and says, "I have learned from my mistakes. If I come back or if you put me in the kitchen again, I'll cook better jollof." He says, "Now let's go and have a jollof competition." That is the rationale behind the debate that is being asked now. The government owes the people of Ghana an apology. Take me to Ghana Meteo. Yesterday, we started from the Ghana Meteorological Agency. I told you I'm running a series. When we finish, we go to Lagos. When we finish, we go to UCC. We're running a series. We're reading the Auditor General's report together. And yesterday, I'm told that the Acting Director General came to the office at 6 a.m. He left after 1. He left the office right after the bite and returned after 1 p.m. I'm told that on the staff page of the Meteo Department, Johnnie's Bite is popular. Everybody has it. They're downloading and sharing. You know why? The staff of the Ghana Meteorological Agency are not happy people. And they are the ones who give some clearance to the folks who fly planes in and out of the country. Now, if they are not happy and their security men are not happy, you can imagine that your air transport is in danger. The Kotoka International Airport Meteorological Office staff are not happy. They are not happy. Let's read this one.
Johnnie's Fight.
Now, yesterday we had read and tabulated and calculated how much had been misused or misapplied or stolen or taken away or whatever you want to call it, to the tune of 2.3 million. Read the last paragraph. The agency, through the ICRA project, procured and paid 51,200 cedis to First Microtech World, a Lenovo ThinkPad X13 outside the procurement plan of the agency and not channeled through the procurement unit. In addition, a fictitious VAT and NHIL invoice with no supplier's tax identification number and stamp was provided in support of the payment. We recommend to the Acting Director General to refund the amount to the GMET project account. Now, question I ask. Did the Ghana Meteo Procurement Office know about this? Because they said they didn't know about it. Is it the same GMET that we always beg for, that government, they have to, now they start making money and they start misusing the money? The project account has to be properly audited. We have to see inside. The procurement officer has questions to answer. Did they consult the IT department before they got this Lenovo laptop? Go back to the Lenovo thing. Let it stick there. This Lenovo laptop at 51,200. What is the market value? What is even worse is that the people who sold the laptop, First Microtech World, our checks confirm that at the time they sold this laptop to the Ghana Meteorological Agency, they were not in good standing according to the Registrar General's Department's report and records. Is it a matter of corruption-related activities? Is it a crime that the Ghana Police CID should be interested in? Is it fraud that the Yoko should be concerned about? I'm asking questions. Number two, Ghana Revenue Authority. They presented a fictitious value-added tax certificate. Ghana Revenue Authority. at the Ghana Metro, a company called First Microtech World, presented a fictitious VAT. In other words, fake, thievery. That's according to the Auditor General. They presented that to collect our 51,200 Ghana cedis. You who are hungry at home defending nonsense, read this again. And then NHIL invoice, National Health Insurance Levy invoice. The money that we all put together for persons who are not so well. They presented also a fake. Ghana Revenue Authority, again, they had no tax identification number. GRA. You should be moving in, cracking the whip. Ghana Police CID, you should be moving in, cracking the whip. Because crime does not expire. You should be asking the Acting Director General some questions. They said they should refund the amount into GMET project account. You should be asking questions. Have the monies been refunded? Has the police moved in to investigate? What about Yoko? What about CID? This one is clear. This is not create, loot, and share. This is loot and share. There's no time to create. The money is there, so let's loot and share. Let's go to the next page. There's a sheet there about, and there are vehicles that are supposed to be in the service pool. Former board chairman is holding on. Board chairman is holding on. Director General, they are holding on to the vehicles of Eslawusu came to pick a vehicle. According to this report, 2021, the vehicle has not been brought. I'm told that one of the vehicles with the former leader of the place, right? Management paid a total amount of 21,305 to repair its vehicle with registration number GV 13219 and Toyota Vitz vehicle, which was involved in an accident. The agency failed to insure the said vehicle. Ghana Police, if somebody hasn't insured a vehicle and is on the road, what do? You pick the person up, right? Direct your attention and energies to Ghana Met. CID, you have a call. This one, it happened. They paid these monies. The institution failed to, and most of their vehicles at the time were not insured. There's a list of vacancies there. Sixtus, look for me. There's a list of vacancies. And those vacancies have been there since 4 years ago. How does an institution of this nature function without those requisite positions, those very important positions, being filled? And maybe that's the last one we'll do.
Johnnie's Fight.
Current vacant positions at the Ghana Meteorological Agency. 1, Deputy Director General in charge of support services and Deputy Director General in charge of operations. Why has the thing not been filled? 2, Directors. Director of Research and Applied Meteorology. Director of Basic Network and Data Processing. Look at the important positions. Director of Synoptic Meteorology and Forecasting. Director Engineering. Director of Human Resource. And then there are Deputy Directors. Deputy Director Human Resource, Deputy Director Administration, Deputy Director Public Relations. So you don't have a Director of Human Resource. How are you recruiting people? The HR department doesn't have leadership. It is headless. It is headless. The operations department, you are running an institution like GMET that is providing such a very essential service to the nation in charge of air transport. E.g., Ghana Met says the plane cannot move because the weather conditions are bad. They won't move. They don't have a deputy director of operations. So they have a director general. The director general has become a poster boy, a show boy. Because his appointment letter was written, he was seconded from the NCCE, and he was brought in there. NCCE says, because he's on secondment, he's receiving fuel from somewhere, and then he's taking fuel from GMET again. I will show you the documents tomorrow. And his appointment letter was written by the ministry, and from the minister, signed by Eslawusu Kufu. Does the presidency know about it? Do they know what is happening there? The rot that is happening there? To the extent where unilaterally, the allowances of security men that they had to petition, security men, watchmen at the place, And I saw a pay slip of a cleaner, a janitor at the Ghana GC Met. Her salary was 800 and something Ghana cedis, less than 1,000 cedis. That's her gross. And then her net is about 600 Ghana cedis, less than what the national service personnel takes. And this person has worked for 20 years at GMET. Now, this person who has worked for 20 years now sees that the laptop that is less than 15,000 has now been bought for 51,000 by a fictitious company that presents a fictitious VAT invoice, fictitious NHIL certificate, fictitious tax identification or absent tax identification number. This person, how would they feel? And you, Konimo, when you wake up in the morning with your 2 cedis data, that is what you want to defend. We want to make the country run better. If the country is running better, people will be employed, they will be happy, and they will deliver excellently. Even with all of what is happening, GMET is doing their best to deliver. With all of what is happening, they are doing their best to deliver. So imagine if we give them what they actually deserve. In fact, in that Auditor General's report, they were supposed to have set up a certain machine in the Ashanti region, the Kumasi Airport. They have failed to do that because the money has come. Johnnie Hughes has advocated. They have paid them the monies that were owed them. Now they are digging their hands into it, left, right, center. Board people go and sit for a board meeting. They get their sitting allowance, and then they carry TNT money, and then they add it to it. As if the sitting allowance, they don't have a transport component. They are buying fuel left, right, center because the money is sitting there. They are chopping it. And there's only one acting director general. He doesn't have 2 deputies to help him administer. He's doing everything by himself. 6 deputies or 5 deputies are not there. Then you come down. So the whole thing, I showed you. Show me the list again of vacancies. How do you run an organization like that?
Johnnie's fight.
Look at it. Deputy Director General Support Services, free. Deputy Director General Operations, free. Director Research, free. Director Basic Network, free. Director Synoptic Meteorology, free. Director Engineering, free. Director Human Resource, free. Deputy Directors in charge of HR, Admin, Public Relations, free. So how is GMET being run? One man. This is your management staff. You don't have them. And Felicity Ahafianyon, who we disturb every day. It used to be Mula Chachusiami. Then Reverend Stephen Akotekwa would disturb them. Meanwhile, they are not PR people. They are not supposed to be the ones who are supposed to be speaking, but we disturb them. This is a scientific organization. Hey, there are some certificates there, school certificates there. Scientific, no, let's do it tomorrow. I will show you certificates, school certificates of people who are working at Metro, who have no business there. No business. According to their own rules. I will read the rules and then bring you the certificates.